Sandra, and this is the exercise 13 for contemporary world. Okay, so for this video, we're going to talk about the fall of the Berlin Wall. And to start off, we're going to indicate the period in which the Cold War existed, which was between 1949 and 1991 in the United States, Soviet Union, and their allies while they were locked in a long, tense conflict. And something we can easily discuss about this topic would be Gorbachev's decision to allow elections with a multi-party system and create a presidency for the Soviet Union, to then begin a slow process of democratization that eventually destabilized the communist control and contributed to the collapse of the Soviet Union. This caused basically the Cold War to happen. And something we can also discuss would be that Gorbachev's reforms were gradualist and maintained many of the macroeconomic aspects of the command economy. This would include price controls, convertibility of the ruble, exclusion of private property ownership, and the government monopoly over most means of production. With these politics now stated, we can suggest that there was some kind of consequence. This would fall into the domino theory that suggested that a communist government in one nation would quickly lead to communist takeovers in neighboring states. This means that they thought this would affect the rest of the country, which it didn't, but everything aligned into dominoes, kicking every state one by one. This was largely discredited, having failed to take into account the character of the North Vietnamese and Viet Cong's trouble in the Vietnam War. Now, to finally close the topic with the Great Berlin Wall fall, we are going to mention the German unification, which was a loose association of 39 states created in 1815 to coordinate with the economies of the separate German-speaking countries, which most historians have judged to be a weak and ineffective as well as an obstacle to German nationalist aspirations. This association was created by the Congress of Vienna and wanted to replace the former Holy Roman Empire. The Berlin Wall was a tangible representation of the so-called Iron Curtain and the political divisions in Europe, leading East and West Germany to officially reunite within a year and then end the Cold War. Another consequence would be that citizens in Eastern European countries staged protests against their pro-Soviet governments. Another countries followed and then created the Commonwealth of Independent States. By the end of 1989, 8 of 9 countries remaining republics had declared independence from Moscow, and the powerful Soviet Union was finally undone. By the summer of 1990, all the formerly communist Eastern European officials had been replaced by democratically elected governments, setting the stage for the region's reintegration into Western economic and political spheres. Another thing would be that this increased the United States' influence as a global power and created an opportunity for corruption and crime in Russia.